So we have a big breaking news coming out. Please share this video. Today is March 19, 2025, and welcome to the Real GS News channel. Guys, before I start, give this video a big thumbs up, and once again, thank you so much for your support. It says here, massive Russian drone swarm invades Ukraine. Over 70 drones have entered Ukrainian airspace. It was so bad they shut down the train station. Give me a second here. Let me just pull up this information. If you can, please share the video. So the bear strike on railway infrastructure, a blast, injured at least 4. Now the bear carried out 2 strikes on cranes infrastructure in a blast. I'm skipping certain names here. Impacting 4 workers, and it happened today, March the 19th. Wow. So I don't know what's going on with the bear, but Vladimir told Donald that he's not gonna hit the infrastructure. But yeah, they're getting hammered. I mean, the train station. You got again the grid. Yesterday there was multiple outages in different regions. I mean, it just infrastructures are getting hit, and now the train station. All right, so we're gonna see what's going on here, guys. Once again, this is a big breaking news. Massive strike going on in Central Crane. The city is engulfed, and you know what? Following a large strike, and more than 30 explosions have been reported. With multiple fire breaking out across the area. Man. Alright, guys, so yeah, we're gonna see what's going on in this news. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the description box. Thank you so much for your support. All right, so this is not looking good, guys. Vladimir and Donald spoke by phone on Tuesday. All right, so we're gonna start from the very beginning here. This information is coming out today, with Vladimir not agreeing to the 30-day truce that Donald has endorsed, and Crane has agreed to. The White House said a narrower pause on striking energy targets will go into effect, followed by negotiation over a broader ceasefire. Once again, you have Ukrainian leader Zelensky on Wednesday accused Vladimir of already breaking his pledge and saying that the bear has struck Ukraine with 150 drones overnight, including the strikes on energy facility. All right, so that happened last night. Today, you got another thing going on. 70 drones has impacted infrastructure. This time it's the train station. So the Kremlin also condemned an overnight strike on an oil facility in Russia, saying it showed Ukraine's lack of will to reach a deal. Although Kiev was not part of the negotiation talks, and no formal agreement has been signed. Now, Zelensky said Tuesday that while Kiev supported the pause and strike on energy targets, he wanted to know the details behind the proposal that Donald and Vladimir discussed. Their bilateral meeting. Vladimir essentially rejected the proposal of a comprehensive ceasefire. It will be right for the world to reject any attempts by Vladimir to draw out the war, Zelensky said Tuesday night. Zelensky and Donald already spoke on the phone Wednesday today, in a conversation that Donald described as very good. Yeah, but he said that yesterday, and then all of a sudden, 6 hours later, you got Russia firing towards Ukraine infrastructure. So it's not very good. It's not. I mean, to him, he said the conversation between him and Vladimir was very good, but yeah. Donald said in a social media post that much of the discussion was based on the call made yesterday with Vladimir in order to align both the bear and crane in terms of their request and needs. It says here, the U.S. Security Advisor Mike Waltz said the U.S. and the bear technical teams would meet in Saudi Arabia in the coming days for further talks. Now, I spoke today with my Russian counterpart, Yuri, about Donald's effort to end the war in Ukraine. We agreed our technical teams would meet in Saudi Arabia in the coming days to focus on implementing and expanding the partial ceasefire Donald secured from the bear, he wrote on X. Overnight, the bear struck Crane with 145 drones, 2 ballistic, and 4 anti-aircraft missiles, Crane Air Force said Wednesday morning. The strike targeted the Sumy territory, including Kiev, the capital. 72 drones were taken down, the Air Force said. Civilian infrastructure was struck, holding a hospital in the eastern Sumy region and an electricity system powering the railways in Ukraine's central region, according to officials and Ukraine State Railway Company. All right, so that's the one that this is the one we're focusing on. All right, so the train station has been in a complete halt. It was stopped. It says here you have parts of the railway have been left without power, but trains are running as scheduled, the company said. The strike has taken 1 and injured 14 between Tuesday and Wednesday, according to a news tally of casual figures shared by Ukrainian officials. Zelensky said Wednesday that Vladimir's words are at odds with reality following the overnight strike, when Vladimir said that he was allegedly ordering a halt to strike on Ukrainian energy. There were 150 drones overnight, including on energy facility. There were strike on transportation. Unfortunately, 2 facilities were hit. And on urban infrastructure, Zelensky said during a news conference in Finland. Once again, it's not looking good, guys. Absolutely not looking good here. He had 2 very important phone calls, and even though Donald said it went very good, these 2 are going at it. And I got another video. The bear guy hit. They got hit. It's like a huge mushroom cloud going on out there. They got hit right after this one. Meanwhile, the Bear Defense Ministry said Wednesday it had taken down 57 drones launched by Ukraine overnight, with 35 of those intercepted and destroyed over the Kursk border region. Authorities in the southern Russian region said a Ukrainian drone had caused a fire at an oil depot near the village of, I'm going to skip that name, Reuters reported. As of Wednesday morning, more than 200 personnel were on the ground working to extinguish the blaze, the Russian official said. Unfortunately, we see that there is no reciprocity. I truly apologize about that word, guys. I'm going to skip that one. On the part of Kiev regime. Now, there were attempts to strike our energy infrastructure facility. You have the Kremlin spokesman, Dmitry, said following the overnight strikes. Vladimir also said Wednesday that after a series of rapid operation, Russian forces are now completing the defeat of Ukrainian forces in Kursk region, where Kiev launched its shock incursion last August. Now, Ukraine currently controls about 200 square kilometers, at 77 square miles, of Russia-Kursk region at most, according to a Ukrainian commander who has been fighting in Kursk for 6 months. Ukraine assault regiments are no longer on the strike, but they are still trying to hold position. The commander of Crane 225th Separate Assault Regiment, Olay, told the news on Tuesday. At the moment, we have to hold the lines to block the enemy advance, said, I'm going to skip his name, who was in one of the first group of soldiers that entered the Kursk region in August. The 225th Regiment is not surrounded. The 225th Regiment is fighting, and we have a normal tactical position. It is difficult, but it is controlled. Maps published by the Ukrainian military show that Kiev now controls only a sliver of ground inside the Bear near the border. A Ukrainian official had repeatedly said that while forces have been pushed back, they are not encircled. All right, according to them. But you got Donald saying they are encircled, and he urged Vladimir to spare his life. And it seems like Vladimir kind of did something here. Told Donald, hey, I would spare their lives if they just surrender. And it seems like a lot of them are surrendering. So the Bear grouping of troops began to act more confidently in the Kursk region. And the first reason is their quantitative superiority. And the enemy group is much larger than our group of troops, according to our data. The enemy's grouping in Kursk direction currently consists of 70,000 soldiers. Now, the commander also said that the use of guided area bombs and North K soldiers contributed to the Bear rapid advancement. Now, he said North K soldier assault tactic had become more modern in recent weeks. Now, even if we are now on the defensive, we are still grinding the enemy, Russia, still suffer losses, both in terms of, I'm going to skip those names, and losses of military equipment, and this should also be taken into account. He added, its losses both now and over the entire period of Kursk operation are higher than the losses in the armed forces of Ukraine, much higher. Yeah, I don't believe that. I'm sorry, I just don't believe that. Absolutely not. I don't believe that, not one bit. If that was the case, why is this conscription going on? They're snatching every male out there in Ukraine. Any male that's walking down the street, they just snatch them. Why? Because it's a shortage, meaning that a lot of their boots were put in the front line and they're just gone. So there's a shortage. They need troops, and they're trying to bring down the age limit. All right, so again, it just, a lot of their stories are baloney. So Zelensky said he only lost 47,000 soldiers. And he said that the Bear lost 800,000 soldiers. Please try to explain to me how in the world a land loses almost 1 million soldiers and then the enemy, the other side, loses 47,000. It's just baloney. Absolute baloney. A deceiving system. You see those red territories? Now, again, Vladimir told Donald, if you want peace, if you want me to end this war, those are my territories. You must recognize it. Just like you told the world to recognize Gulf of America, you recognize those territory. All right, so Crimea was back in 2014. I want to bring this one up really quick. Donald and Vladimir trust each other. The problem here is Vladimir said that he agreed that he's not going to be hitting the energy infrastructure. He's hitting them. So it just, dude, you got to keep it real. You cannot just break promises. Vladimir announced the halt on energy infrastructure, but you're hitting it. Yes, so he said this on Tuesday after his lengthy call with Donald. Vladimir responded positively to his initiative and immediately gave the Bear military the corresponding order. As part of its demand for a broader cease, you know what plan, the Kremlin laid out several tough condition that Vladimir had previously insisted on, such as a halt to all foreign military aid and intelligence to Kiev, and a halt to any Ukrainian mobilization or rearming during that period. I can say with a high degree of confidence that the President, Vladimir, and Donald understand each other well, trust each other, and intend to gradually move towards normalizing the Bear-American relations. Now, just coming out from Peskov told reporter today, March 19, following the phone conversation between the two leaders. Once again, Peskov added that significant damage was done to the sleeping giant and the bear relations under former Joe, and restoring them would take time and effort. He also noted that Vladimir and Donald see enormous potential for major economic cooperation projects. All right, so that's where we are right now. Oh, hold on, I'm almost done. There's always some surprise going on here. An expected prisoner swap between the Bear and Crane took place Wednesday, with 175 servicemen exchanged on each side. The Bear Defense Ministry said also, as a goodwill gesture, 22 seriously impacted prisoners of war in need of urgent assistance were handed over. The statement said mediation efforts were provided by the UAE. The Kremlin first announced the prisoner swap on Tuesday during a readout of the call between Vladimir and Donald. Zelensky said this was a pre-arranged exchange, but in any case, exchanges are great for Crane. All right, so that's where we at right now, guys. That is where we at. You got some stuff going down, and that is not good news. Once again, massive Russian drone strike in Crane. Over 70 drones have entered Crane airspace. Train station has been impacted. I do have some more videos coming up, guys, when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. 30 explosions have been reported. Multiple events is breaking out across the area. Once again, the bear strike on railway infrastructure. So this was reported March 19th today. All right, guys, I will keep you updated on this news, and I got some more coming up. But yeah, these phone call. I mean, you got. I mean, it sounds good. I mean, they came out and said they're not gonna hit the energy infrastructure, but 6 hours later, boom! I mean, they're getting hit, and they're getting hit hard. And my next video is gonna be huge, guys. The bear is now getting hit, and they're getting hammered. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.